right, today, the 10th of July, has been recognized as a special day that is dedicated to very important people, librarians. The Librarians Day is also used to raise awareness of the profession through various platforms and, of course, the value that is added by librarians towards optimal access to relevant information, thus, of course, developing an informed nation. To talk to us about this important day, we joined from our studios in Pretoria by Ms. Kgametsi Molawa. She is the director from UNISA's Library. Ms. Molawa, good morning to you and thank you so much for coming through.
Good morning, Palisa, and good morning to listeners.
Thank you so much indeed. Let's just talk about the importance of celebrating librarians. Why should we celebrate them and recognize them?
This day, the 10th of July, marks the 20th celebration of the Library and Information Association of South Africa. And this is the association that unites and represents all institutions and people who are working in libraries and information services. But the main purpose of this day is to raise awareness of the importance of libraries and to show the value that librarians add in information services, giving access to relevant information for different purposes.
Yeah, and I believe one only gets to realize the importance of librarians when you are given your assignment at school or a homework to go do, and they're there to give you relevant information.
Yes, different libraries, we are having different subsectors. We are having the academic libraries, special libraries, public libraries, school libraries, and all these different types of libraries are focusing on specific clientele and they are giving specific information. So if you are in an academic library like where I come from, we are focusing on students and all those lecturers who are ensuring that they train the very librarians among other fields of studies. So librarians in all their subsectors are ensuring that people access valuable information.
Yeah, and now with technology having taken over the world so much, do you think we still recognize the importance of librarians as much as we should?
Yes. Librarians are trained to ensure that people access information optimally. So the digital era also marks having librarians positioned properly to ensure that they assist the people to access electronic information. If people try to access for themselves, because they always say internet has it all, just try and go to Google and try to get relevant information. You will get 36,000 sources because you don't know how to access the relevant information. But librarians are out there to assist people to get the most relevant information. So we cannot say we don't need them because internet is there. You will succeed not to find what you want if you try to do it alone.
Oh yes, no, I can attest to that. I know that I just call my librarian and then I get to get all the documents and the articles that I need as quickly as I can, instead of me sitting in front of my laptop having to Google and, you know, so they are helpful. I can attest to that one. But talk to us about, there's a perception that if you were to think back of you as well, there's a perception that librarians are usually these women who wear spectacles, who are strict and who are always there, you know, to tell children to keep quiet in libraries. Theirs is just to stamp books at the counter and give them away. Is it really the case?
That's not the case.
Yeah.
I know the perception that librarians are women wearing spectacles looking on top of them. It's no longer like that. The field of library and information services, it's very dynamic. It moves with the time because now as we are doing digital literacy, because generally we have to manage data, manage information, manage knowledge, and even management of documents. So there are so many aspects that librarians are working on, and they are also working from various sectors. So we are not having librarianship being a boring field. So we are encouraging people to study librarianship because we are in the information era.
Yeah, but have you seen more people training in this field though, Ms. Khabetsi?
Yes, I will encourage our young people to study library and information science, because it will really help them to move with the times when they are specializing in this. There are 11 universities in the country that are providing studies in library and information science. I can just mention University of Johannesburg, Pretoria, UNISA, Durban University of Technology, University of KwaZulu-Natal, Zululand, Limpopo, Walter Sisulu, Fort Hare, UCT, and Western Cape. So the students who are interested in library and information science can contact those universities. And for the financial assistance or bursaries, the website of the Library and Information Service Association, LIASA, has information about bursaries that our students can get. So we also salute our lecturers at our library schools, because they are producing these young professionals. So we work tirelessly on the curriculum to be relevant, so that they shouldn't see this field of library science as a boring one, relevant in rendering relevant information.
All right, no, after what you have said, it sounds cool nowadays to become a librarian. But then, what is your message to the public in general? And more so than Abarona and Ms. Khabetsi, you know, they always so glued to television rather, watching cartoons. Habasana Nakwele, just like us, would walk to the library, get a book, and come back and read.
I'm encouraging our communities out there to read. We are not going to expect government to be reading for our children. We are not expecting anyone to be reading for us on our behalf. So there are many other things that we keep ourselves busy with, but reading is a primary necessity in each and every person's lives, because it enlarges the horizon of exposure, and it builds a very informed nation, because in all the different fields of our life we'll be able to get relevant information. So my message to everybody out there, including librarians themselves, is that let's not stop reading. We should read, so that we should be a very informed nation.
All right, and I wanted you specifically to give a message to the librarians, besides encouraging them to read, but in terms of their friendliness, because at times when you get into a library, you find this person at distance, you're not even sure whether to approach a person. I believe in nature they have to be very friendly people that one can easily approach and say, Shaba mama, ke kopa unthuse mo.
I will encourage my colleagues, librarians out there, to be passionate about their profession and to love their clients, to love what they are doing. So if you are passionate about this and not look at just the person standing in front of you, just look beyond what you will be producing, then you will really embrace it well. When I'm at UNISA and I'm looking at the students, I see beyond that. I see our well-informed leaders. I see our highly economic people who are well clued up with issues globally. So I love what I do, and I would encourage all librarians out there to love it just like that.
It's all about passion. And Ms. Selematsela, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Palisa.
Thank you so much. Sakhametsi Molawa is the director from the University of South Africa, responsible for the libraries, of course, talking to us about the importance of today, the 10th of July, being recognized as a special day that is dedicated to celebrate librarians. It actually got me thinking back to my high school days. I remember I used to be given assignments and homeworks, and then all of us would rush into the library in town, and Auntie Malene Israel was always there to help us and, assist where she could. So big ups to all the librarians who are passionate about their jobs. Let's take a break in Morning Live, and then one more item, we're out of here. Stay tuned.